Bleeding Purple Podcast.
This is a 52-yard try left pass with 31 seconds to go. Snap, spot, kick, up, distance, fine. It is no good. He missed it.
Talk good and loud so they all can hear you. Make a short speech so they all will listen to you. Then sit down so they all will like you. Thank you.
Tickled his foot, he's in a good place. I want Teddy. I don't want him going somewhere else. So.
All right, welcome in, everybody. Welcome in to another episode of Bleeding Purple, a podcast about the Minnesota Vikings. My name is Tyler Hay, and I am joined, as always, by Mr. Adam Patrick. How's it going, bud?
What's up?
Let's start with the game tonight, Green Bay against Detroit. First question out of that, who do you root for as a Vikings fan? Do you root for, because obviously you don't want to root for Green Bay, but you don't want to root for Detroit either. Sub-question, who poses a bigger threat to the Vikings and the NFC North this season?
Oh, I think I have to root for the Lions, first off, because I can't root for the Packers.
Oh, that's exactly what I said at work today. I was like, I just can't see myself ever rooting for the Packers ever.
No.
Can't do it.
Not unless it involved the Vikings getting into the playoffs somehow.
Even then, though.
Yeah.
It's like I'd rather be out.
But the Lions do, I think with Aaron Rodgers out, the Lions definitely do possess the bigger threat to the NFC North for the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're still 4-4. So I'm not sure how much of a threat, but because they're also the Lions, and they tend to do Lions things. But the Vikings also do Vikings things.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. With Detroit, do you think, are they buried if they lose this week? If they lose to a Green Bay team without Rodgers, do you think that pretty much is it
for the playoffs?
Well, I mean, obviously mathematically they'll still be alive and stuff like that. But do you think that as a team they can recover from losing to Green Bay? Are they at home? Is this in Detroit or is it in Green Bay?
It's in Green Bay.
Okay, I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world then if they lose a road game that way. But they haven't been playing very well, and with Rodgers out, that's their spot too. They're thinking the same thing that we are. And they haven't been playing very well. I mean,
nope.
But I don't know. Do you think that it's hard to imagine them being buried? But how badly do you think it hurts the Lions to lose this game tonight?
It wouldn't be ideal too, because it's a divisional game, and you want to stay, keep up the pace with the Vikings. You want to decrease that games behind amount. But based on, the play of the rest of the NFC this year, it's pretty wide open that a loss right now wouldn't hurt them as much as it would maybe in a couple weeks, just because it's really hard to predict, the NFC this year. It's really hard to predict anything really in the NFL this year other than, Blair Walsh missing a kick to the left or Matt Khalil missing a block.
Yes. The Blair Walsh thing. All right, let's talk about that.
Or TJ Clemmings missing a block.
Yes, who is now forced into starting for Washington. So let's talk about Washington and Seattle. Blair Walsh misses 3 field goals. It was awesome. And they wind up losing 14-7. But you said you watched it. Seattle didn't, how do I want to say this?
So
did Washington deserve to, was it 14-7?
I thought it was 24-20 or something. But whatever.
I could be wrong too. I don't.
Because they won on, I don't remember, but I know it was closer than that.
Oh, okay. I want to look that up, see if I got it wrong. But Blair Walsh is bad. But did Washington deserve to lose that game, or did they Because, I mean, it sounds like Cousins went a long ways in like 35 seconds, went 70 yards.
17 to 14.
17-14. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, you said 14 to 7.
Oh, my bad. I have it written down right. I just said it wrong.
Yeah, he did pretty well at the end there on their drive to, punch it in the end zone. But I definitely think, I remember you asked last week about, did the Vikings win or did like the Browns lose the game?
Yeah.
The Seahawks definitely lost the game yesterday. It didn't really, I don't think it really had a lot to do with the Redskins. Like, they capitalized on turnovers that were just bad, Russell Wilson interceptions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And the Seahawks, I believe, had 16 penalties called on them. So it's going to be really hard to win a game when you're getting flagged that much. And they still only lost by 3. They were winning. But
does that say more about how good their defense is? Because that offensive line has been a train wreck this year.
Yeah, their offense is. It's really just Russell Wilson trying to escape for his life. And then you had, Blair Walsh missing 3 kicks, which would have made the game way different because
completely changed it.
That's 9 points. Mm-hmm. And every time he missed, then the Redskins got a shorter field to go, drive the other way and get some points. So, yeah, I don't know how the Redskins won yesterday, but they did. So they're 4-4 now, and they're coming to play the Vikings.
Do you think that? Well, first let's talk about Washington a little bit more here. Do you think Kirk Cousins is like a upper echelon, an elite guy? Would you put him in that mix? I mean, he's going to make a ton of money at some point, if it's not this year or next year or whatever.
He will, just because the league is a quarterback needy, I guess, as people call it.
That's a great way to put it, actually.
But he's really only he did well with Kyle Shanahan and as his offensive coordinator, and then Sean McVay. But this year he's been all right, but I haven't really heard of him having many big games.
Yeah, or the games that he almost is winning like single-handedly.
Himself.
Yeah, because that was happening a fair amount over the last 2 years.
That hasn't happened this year. I don't know. It's just, I never thought he was good. I think it's kind of like the Flacco level.
Yeah.
That kind
there
of
are a lot of people a lot of Vikings fans who want them to go that direction. Bradford's going to be gone, and Teddy's, Teddy and Keenum can be a backup. And
I don't think what's his name? Cousins? I don't think I don't think Cousins is really that much better or that much worse than Bradford. I kind of view them on the same level. Like, if they get a good coordinator and a good offense and the right amount of pieces and all that stuff, like, if you have everything, then yeah, you're going to be a good quarterback. But it's not like an Aaron Rodgers kind of, Tom Brady kind of player where like you can win the game on your own.
Yeah,
like you make the receivers better. The receivers don't make you better.
Yeah. So now that the Vikings are out of their bye and they're playing Washington, what are they looking at? They're beat up on their offensive line. So, yeah. I mean, what should
DJ Clemmings?
DJ Clemmings is starting. What should we expect? I mean, aside from that portion of the offensive line, because I'm pretty sure the Vikings fans know what to expect from TJ Clemmings, but where are they at right now? Are they just that beat up?
Yeah, they have a lot of people on their injury list and on like injured reserve right now. But yeah, I think Everson Griffin should be able to get like 11 sacks.
Yeah, because how many did they have last week or against Seattle?
They only had a couple.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't as much as people think, but that doesn't mean that Kirk Cousins didn't get hit at all.
Yeah.
Either. So I think actually, yeah, they got a safety. The Seahawks got a safety by sacking Cousins in the end zone. So
I love safeties. I love it's like my favorite play in football, honest to God. It's so goofy. The one that comes to mind is Jared Allen chasing Detroit.
Yeah, and the guy ran out of bounds.
That was like that was the quintessential safety. It was like,
was that the year,
knew if the play was safety or ball.
Was that the year the Lions went 0-16?
It might have been, actually.
I think it should be.
Yeah,
if it's not.
If it wasn't. That's how I'm going to remember it if it wasn't. So what do you think, what do the Vikings need to do to go into Washington and win? Do you think they're going to be able to roll on Washington, or do you think that it's going to be, I mean, this season, you said it earlier, this season is, I don't know anything. Every week is different, and the minute I think the Browns are terrible, they look okay for a stretch, and the minute I think Seattle looks really good, they don't. Carolina is another great example. Every week it's a different team in Carolina.
Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons too. Can the Vikings win this? And I don't know. What do you think? What are your odds on it?
Oh, they can win it, but it really has to be not what Seattle did. They can't beat themselves. They can't get stupid penalties and turn the ball over. It seems simple enough, but sometimes it's hard to do, especially if the weather's bad. It's the East Coast, so there might be maybe some flurries, but I think last time they played in Washington was against the Cowboys, and it rained that game, so there's always that chance. But the Redskins, they're in the middle of the pack in terms of statistical rankings and record-wise. Their defense is okay. They've got Josh Norman, and then their offense is okay. They have Kirk Cousins, and they have Terrell Pryor, but he hasn't really done anything. Which is weird to me because he was really good last year with the Browns.
So good, and I thought that he would come in and be.
He did the first week. He had 6 catches and a touchdown or something like that, but I don't know. He might be hurt or something. But the Vikings just have to not beat themselves pretty much. And like I said, it's easier said than done because, as you and I both know, that's very possible of happening.
But the Vikings have done a good job. That's part of the reason that they're 6-2 right now, is because they have taken care of the ball and they don't turn the ball over a ton. I mean, they have,
Yeah, I definitely think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though. Because, you asked if the Vikings would be able to roll. I don't think the Vikings are going to be able to roll over any opponent this year. Yeah, just because that's not the type of team that they are,
and not the type of game plan that they will. It seems like that's the recipe is the
a blowout for them is 10 points.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if anything over 2 scores is a blowout because there's no way you're scoring twice in quick succession on that defense. Yeah, and that is good. I mean, it doesn't make for the most exciting games necessarily, but they're gonna win a lot of them, and that defense will keep them in almost every game because they are that good. So if they can avoid turning the ball over, then that should be. I mean, we could probably say that for every game going forward. Don't turn the ball over, and you probably win with that defense. Well, let's do a prediction. What is your prediction score-wise for next week?
I said it was going to be low scoring. I'll go with a weird score. It'd be 15-6.
15-. Oh, God, I almost wrote 16. 2-6. I am going to go. I think Case Keenum's going to throw for a couple touchdowns, so I'm going to go 28-14 Vikings.
Wow.
I picked that a lot. All right. Well, that was I didn't even really mean to do it, but that was kind of a little Washington preview section. I was going to say something, but
if it comes up again later, we can still talk about it.
Yeah. But that was good.
I'm always down to talk, TJ Clemmings.
Yeah, right. Well, let's talk about that for a little while right now. If TJ Clemmings is getting significant snaps on their offensive line, is that just a testament to how hurt they
Bad?
are on the
Oh, yeah.
offensive line, or is it more of a testament to like?
No, he's not. He's not any better.
No, he's still that poor dude. I feel
Vikings-
so bad for that guy.
Vikings should just rush everyone on his side of the field.
That's if there's a team that should be able to take advantage of it, you'd think it's the team that watched tape with him every day last year.
It's weird because like when I was watching the game today or whatever, he's like super built and everything. Like he's a stocky guy. He's not like an obese person.
Yeah.
Like he looks super athletic. Just I don't know, the way he moves is just it's like he has cement on his feet.
He's really rigid and is
Yeah.
like surprisingly top heavy. I was noticing last year
Yeah.
too, where it's like he gets leaning forward and it's just like one
Yeah,
swipe
like when
in it.
when he shuffles his feet, it's really slow.
Yeah. Ugh. And that poor guy, because he's not a bad. I mean, he is, but he shouldn't be playing. And now, like, he is not good enough to be playing right now. But a guy like that should be learning and not playing and not having his name in the paper. And then he goes to Washington to hopefully do that for a year or two. Nope. Sorry, TJ, got to play again. I'm sure.
Yeah, but at his size, he's there's probably always going to be someone that's going to be willing to give him a shot.
Mm-hmm.
And because offensive linemen are always hurt.
Yeah,
this league,
you always need more.
And he's young, and he doesn't really get hurt a lot, so teams are gonna be willing to give him a chance.
How many years has he been in the league?
Last year, I think he came in with, I want to say with Teddy and Anthony Barr, so that's 2014.
Okay.
I think he was like
3.
third,
Yeah, so last year would have been
pick.
his second year. Yeah, that would make sense. And it was
last year was his third.
Third year. What year is it?
Oh wait, no, this is his third year.
Yeah, this is his third year. Last year was his.
So he was drafted in 2015 with Trey Waynes.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you. I don't know. I have no idea when he was drafted.
Yeah, with Trey Waynes. Yeah, because he started his rookie year and he started last year, and then
God, that poor guy
was cut this year.
And then
after they tried to move him to guard. Last ditch effort.
That's right. Is he starting at tackle or at guard for Washington?
Yeah, he was playing left tackle yesterday.
Okay.
Left tackle too.
Oh, Jesus. It's like just out of position. All right, well let's talk about the top NFC teams. We're kind of already doing that, but playoff picture starting to shape up. New Orleans looks a lot better than they did the
I'm
first
glad
week.
we played them first game.
Yeah.
Wait. I just said we. I'm glad the Vikings played them first week. I don't like when people say we, so I'm not going to start to.
I try to not do that, but I find myself doing it more often than I should. Do you have
they do look good.
A top 5? Philly obviously has to be in the conversation because they have the best record, so I guess I'll go with them for 1. LA looks really good. The Rams and that offense is unbelievable. New Orleans looks great. I think the Vikings are in the top 5.
Yeah.
And then
sure.
I guess for the 5th spot, you can kind of swap out some teams, but Dallas, I'll go Dallas there.
Think so? Well, they beat the Chiefs yesterday. That was pretty impressive.
And they look.
But you have to think about because the whole Elliott situation, because you don't know every single week. And you don't know if he's going to play.
And at this point, isn't it kind of hurting them because every week now we're at a point in the season where it's like every week that passes could be the week that it happens, and then he's missing. I mean, he could possibly miss playoff time, which would be.
I think he's the kind of player that doesn't probably need a whole lot of practice to get ready or know what they're doing. They just give him the ball and
go. Yeah. And that dude probably never gets out of game shape, like they call it. Like he's just looked like that since he was 8 years old. Just ready to play football. He just looks like one of those dudes. Where
he still wears an 8-year-old shirt. So
right. But I don't know. Would you switch anybody out at the 5 or any? What did you think?
Well, you probably could have put the Seahawks in there. I think you still can, just because they're always going to be tough at home. They've always been a different team on the road, though. But if they play a playoff game at home, that's a hard place to go and win, especially against that defense, because the defense is still pretty good. It's not as good as it used to be, but it's definitely still as good.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that didn't make any sense.
No, but it's definitely
not,
still good. It's
still good. Yeah,
I
not
got
as
you.
good.
I got what you were
Okay.
saying. That was
okay. Who else is in the East? The Redskins, the Eagles, the Cowboys.
Not Giants.
Who won yesterday? Did the Falcons? Falcons win? Or
Falcons
the Panthers
beat
win?
Carolina, if I'm not
They
mistaken.
did.
Yes. That was going to
Yeah,
be
you-
my next question was, would you put Atlanta or Carolina in there? Because record-wise...
Not really afraid of those guys
Yeah.
right now. Like those 2 away games that the Vikings have, I'm not really too concerned about that. The only game I'm really concerned about them upcoming on their schedule is against the Rams.
Do you think that's in
a
LA
home.
as well, right?
That's a home game.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it's in Minnesota. So
Oh, that's nice. I was worried
Yeah.
about that if it was in LA, but I feel like they could. They could win that game. I'm glad they got New Orleans out of the way because New
Yeah.
Orleans is scary as hell right now. They're playing.
no, looking at the Vikings schedule, I think they're definitely capable of winning all of those games. Just depends on injuries and on how obviously how the game goes penalty wise and stuff like that. But yeah, they're definitely capable of, especially with their defense, because a lot of teams like the Rams, they haven't really played a defense like the Vikings. It's going to be like in your face on every single play. They're used to just like playing the Giants yesterday, where like they're playing against high school teams.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Do you think that could maybe flip on the Vikings in terms of the quarterbacks that they have beaten and the offenses that they've beaten?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the next couple of weeks will definitely, tell if the Vikings are, contenders or pretenders.
God, I love that you use that. Yeah, there's gonna be bits and segments. Yeah, This podcast is gonna get crazy professional a little bit here. I'm gonna start using those kind of statements. It's gonna
But yeah, they're playing the Redskins this week. If they do well, like against the Redskins, defense wise, I think they're good to go. And then against the Rams will be a big test because of Gurley and Jared Goff's playing. He's playing pretty well.
He is playing well. See, the young quarterback stuff with Zimmer, I feel like automatically take like kind of a sigh of relief because I feel like he can outsmart younger quarterbacks. But like the Matt Ryans and the Cam Newtons, kind of like we talked about, those two guys, I feel like they are both capable of just winning a game by themselves. Obviously Matt Ryan hasn't been as good, Cam Newton hasn't been as good, but we've seen both of those guys just dominate a game by themselves. Well, I mean, you obviously got to have guys to catch it, but
yeah, I think
you kind of get what I'm saying.
I'm kind of down on Cam Newton lately. Just he's kind of like his play kept going like up, and now it's kind of just like hit a.
Well, and there's a good argument to be made about him basically having one really, really, really good season and then a lot of mediocrity underneath that.
Yesterday, where I see they didn't go for it on fourth down, and he was like jumping up and down and like having a temper tantrum, like saying "go, go, go" to his coach. I'm like, what? Who are?
Well, see, and that's the kind of stuff that like.
And he's been in the league for like 7 years.
Yeah,
6
and
years.
you're doing that. You're still acting like a freshman on the college team. I don't know, man. I don't. And that stuff is press conference stuff.
Yeah,
it's like grow up, dude.
Yesterday he said something. He had a new one yesterday where like they're asking him about the Kelvin Benjamin trade, and he was like, the Titanic has to keep going, and everyone's like,
what?
Does somebody want to tell him
that thing sunk? Is he not? How have you not seen the movie, man? Like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's also said hindsight is 50-50.
That's awful.
I don't like to harp on people for their brains, but sometimes, I mean, To be an NFL quarterback, you gotta be super smart, but sometimes he just throws me for a loop.
Yeah. Well, there's like a leader. I don't like talking a lot about like leadership qualities and like you gotta lead a group of men out of the locker room as a quarterback. Like I think a lot of that is like Jay Cutler caught a lot of crap for that, and I don't think you're professional athletes. Like
there's other people that can step up on the team.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that necessarily, but for Cam Newton, I mean, he is obviously the like dude on that team, the face of the franchise, and then he's still acting like that. It's like that's not a good sign, man.
Yeah, apparently, well, not apparently, but that's why some people are rubbed the wrong way with Teddy Bridgewater because, everyone's like he's a leader.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, well, he doesn't throw 30 touchdowns in a game, so he's not that great of a leader.
Mm-hmm. It all makes so much sense. I am already so tired of the Teddy stuff.
Is reportedly expected to reportedly be active, according to a report
for this week for Washington.
Active,
but not starting, but activated, and
like I told you, he'd probably start as a backup.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that makes the most sense because they've, Case Keenum hasn't screwed it up.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you want to see what Teddy has because he's not going to be under contract either. And he seems like the better prospect.
How long will it take them to sign him to a long-term? Is that going to be done? It's like he's going to have 2 good games after he comes back, and they're just going to sign him to like a 4-year deal or something ridiculous.
Well, there's a period, I think a couple days or 2 before free agency begins in the offseason. That teams can talk to their own players that are free agents. So it probably, hopefully, would occur like between that time, or like something would come out that they're going to agree to a contract at that time.
Yeah.
But if he makes it to free agency, I would be a little worried, but I'm not too worried right now because I think it's pretty certain that he's going to come back unless not somehow, but for some reason he doesn't play well or he gets hurt again.
Mm-hmm. If he got hurt again, that'd be brutal. That'd be
that'd be horrible.
Ugh. Well,
but the players were talking about him today, like how they're excited and
yeah. See, that's the other thing is like the way no one
talks about Case Keenum that way.
Nobody talks about Case Keenum like that.
or even Sam Bradford.
Yeah. Like that's fair. Yeah,
they would just go through the motions, like Sam's our guy. He's good. He's in there. He's getting us the ball. But like with Teddy, they're like, oh, he's a leader, and like, he makes the locker room like so happy and all that stuff. So
that guy, all he's done is win at every level. Teddy, that's all he's done.
Yeah, it's not all about stats all the time.
It's true.
Like Troy Aikman.
Yeah. Not a lot of statistics.
He's done for like 20 touchdown passes once in his career. People are always like, well, look at the time period when that happened. Yeah, well, look at Dan Marino.
I was going to say Dan Marino was also playing then. He
50
touchdowns pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the record for the longest time. Yeah, I guess it does help to have the most rushing yards ever in the backfield, but I mean,
Emmitt Smith?
Yeah, even though Emmitt Smith was there, I mean, you're right, though, with Aikman. It wasn't statistically. I mean, they won so many games. It didn't. I mean, there were a lot of those games where he wasn't playing in the fourth quarter because it was over, So,
yeah.
Aikman, how did he come up? That's crazy. All right, well, let's close with bold prediction for the rest of this season. What is your bold prediction going forward?
I think Teddy will come back. He'll be the starter by next week.
By next
Rams game.
Okay.
Rams team. He'll be the starter against the Rams.
Okay.
And he'll help, won't lead, because they have other players on their team that can do that.
Lead.
He'll help the team win the NFC North and get a bye in the playoffs. They won't be the top seed, but they'll get a bye.
I like the bye prediction.
But I feel like the Eagles are a team that they remind me of a team that like they're going to do really well during the season, and then like in their first playoff game they'll lose.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're playing so well right now.
Playing so well. And then they'll come back down to the normal world like the rest of us, and next year they'll finish like 9 and...
Yeah, they'll play a team, like a good team with a good defense that'll shut them down and like actually, won't give up 50-yard pass plays. And they'll have to like figure out how to, beat them. Somebody will bring the heat on Carson Wentz, and because it's only his second year.
It is only his second year, and I feel like there is we're hitting a point now where there's enough tape on dude where defenses are going to start to figure out how to, I don't want to say manipulate him, but take advantage of some of his habits.
Especially somebody like Mike Zimmer. And they just lost their left tackle for the year, too.
Oh, did they? Dude, this year in injuries, I mean, I know it's bad every year, but this year seems to be something unbelievable.
I think that's why there's a lot of blowouts, too. Just because there's a lot of... It's not so much... There's a lot of injuries, but there's a lot of injuries to, like, important players.
Mm-hmm.
Like Odell Beckham and not T.J. Watt, but J.J. Watt, Aaron Rodgers.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. That was horrible.
Yeah, that's such a bummer. He was so fun to watch. That was, for me, that had like kind of already become my like thing to watch that wasn't the Vikings. Because like every year I'll try and catch one player, one team, one whatever. He was my dude, and that was such a bummer.
A lot of people say he reminds them of Teddy, though, just because of the way he is on the sidelines and stuff. Because he was out there yesterday, like going over plays on the sidelines with like the quarterback and stuff, and like cheering him on and stuff.
Good dudes, man. Helps have good dudes.
Did you see that fight, though, yesterday?
I have not seen it. I heard what happened as far as the ejections.
Actually, there were multiple fights yesterday. But in the Saints game, there was fights in the Cardinals game that Adrian Peterson had over 150 yards rushing.
Yeah, and how many times they give him the ball? Like 30.
He had like 50 carries.
Yeah, I was going to say like 37 carries for that guy. But, I mean, that's how he is going to be successful. If you feed him the ball, if you give him the ball that many times, he will get over 100 yards. Like, he's still got that happening for him. But it helps to not have any other option on offense.
They were playing, I think, the fourth worst rushing defense, too. But
yeah, that helps as well.
We won't mention that.
MMA world in the NFL. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
And also, crazy. Can I say real quick, why, I know you're frustrated. I know that your emotions are running high. Why do you punch somebody
a helmet?
with a helmet on? It's the dumbest. Rip the helmet off. I've seen they fall off all the time. Guys get tackled.
When you're a receiver.
Helmets fall off. Take the helmet off.
Especially when you're a receiver.
Yes.
You make your money with those hands.
That's what I'm saying. Rip the helmet off and get it.
I never understand that. Like,
it drives me crazy.
It's supposed to help you not die if you get hit by a car. Do you think your hands really do much damage?
Nothing's gonna. Guys do that to you to get you ready for the game. That's a fun thing that you do with one another. Take the helmet off and they hit him in the face.
That was weird though, because AJ Green's he's really
not that
quiet
guy.
He's a quiet kind of guy. He doesn't even celebrate a lot when he gets a touchdown.
It reminded me of when dude from the Texans
Andre Johnson.
Yes, when he snapped off on. But he did it right.
He
ripped the helmet off and then started wailing on him. That was my favorite NFL fight of all time because it was a guy who never fights or isn't really like that, and he did it right. He took the helmet off and started.
Yeah, those are the guys you don't want to mess with though, because they're they've got it all boiling up inside of them, and they're like, all right, dude, just mess with the wrong dude. Andre Johnson's not a small guy either.
No, he's not at all.
6'6", 250.
And his hands, if you ball those, that's like bowling balls attached to his arms.
Oh,
basically. Yeah. Just mouths.
Yeah, that was weird yesterday. Obviously, Jalen Ramsey's a talker. He said something to him he pushed him too, but...
Yeah.
But he was going at him the whole game. I saw he was after every incomplete pass, he'd stand on the sideline waiting for Green to walk by him so he could say something.
Start chirping at him, and and it's a violent game, and that happens, and then all of a sudden
that's their job.
Yeah,
they're supposed to get in your head. I don't think Rhodes really does a whole lot of that.
No, I don't think so. The only, you know who, I guess the only guy in the defense that I noticed was Mackenzie Alexander. He ain't afraid to talk. He'll chirp it, guys.
Anthony Barr. Well,
Yeah.
Anthony Barr.
I've seen video proof that he's ready to talk if he needs to.
Especially this year, it seems like after a couple plays, he'll get up and like do a little shimmy or something.
Yeah.
So
I wonder how much that. I wonder if every shimmy costs like $500, and Zimmer's like, he's like, we don't do this.
He
Not
probably
in my
encourages it. He was the defensive coordinator for the Bengals, so I'm pretty sure he doesn't mind that.
Mm-hmm. You know, I heard an interview with him. He also coached Deion Sanders, and that guy got to do whatever he wanted because he could play. So, yeah, can't really argue with that. I never gave a bold prediction, so here is my bold prediction. The Vikings are going to the NFC Championship game. After that, I don't know. But my bold prediction.
Home or away?
I haven't decided that yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. But they will be going to the NFC Championship.
So bold.
Yeah, super bold. All right, I'll say at home. Because that is, I don't know. That's not Super Bowl because that's kind of feasible at this point.
So the Super Bowl really does go through Minnesota.
Oh, that would be so magical. I would maybe be I like doing the podcast and everything, but if they win the Super Bowl at home, I might just be like, never going to get better than this. I'm out. And just stop watching them and just be good. It's like there is no better than that. So
I don't know. Do Cubs fans still watch, their team and Red Sox? They won more, so
yeah, that's true. The Red Sox, if they could do the Red Sox thing and just win a bunch after that, I guess then I'd be in. But if they
Cubs went to the NLCS this year, so
they're still pretty good. That's true. But I will say this: I will definitely cry, sob like a baby. It will be ugly. It will be ugly, and I promise that I will post that on our website if that happens this year. I will film myself crying about the Super Bowl, and I will put that on the internet for everybody.
You lose by Teddy scrambling, and then on the last play of the game, and then he dives forward and misses, and then somebody breaks his leg off.
Yeah, I might cry then too.
Or Trey Waynes gives up a 90-yard pass interference.
Yeah, so that to set up a field goal that their kicker makes. Yes, that's it. No, that's probably it. Thanks for bringing me down, bro. Thanks for bringing me down.
What else? Let's see. What else can happen? I don't know. Matt Khalil's not on the team, so there's a lot less that can happen now. But.
Did he finally get let go?
No, I mean he's on the bike.
Oh, okay. No, let's not talk about what bad things can happen. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this exercise.
What did I see? I saw something yesterday. Somebody tweeted they made a T-shirt that says Matt Khalil cannot block, and they said all the funds are going to Cam Newton's next surgery.
Excellent. Excellent.
It's getting bad out there, but I'm just be like that Kermit emoji where I'm just sipping the tea. It's not my business.
But that's
Blair Walsh, none of my business.
Yeah. Oh God, that Blair Walsh thing was great. Yeah, let's end on that. Blair Walsh missed 3 field goals. Life is good.
I had some fun with that yesterday.
Oh my God, I saw the one tweet was you had some numbers behind that tweet. The extra
posts.
Yeah.
Oh, this used to be funny, you guys. Or
how funny is it now?
No, it's not so funny anymore, huh?
Oh my God, I loved it. It was great. All right. Well, I don't know. That's all I got. What do you think? Should we we made predictions for the Redskins. Predictions preview for win. Washington. Bold predictions.
We both think they should win.
Yep.
Just don't be yourself. It's one of those games where just gotta play smart, and that's what they've been doing all year. So
they have, and if Keenum can avoid the turnovers, we're good. I think we're okay because as far as running backs go, they don't fumble very often. Knock on wood. What is something wood that I
now they
now and they're awesome. So that's cool. So we'll sneak that in for a quick prediction for me. Tyler jinxed. Running back will fumble. All right, that's written down. Cool. All right, there. That's a good spot to end. thanks for being here. Adam.
Hey, my pleasure.
We'll talk to you next week. But
All right, hopefully after the Vikings win.
yeah, buddy.
All right.
Later.
Peace.